Where is God? I despise when people point to one specific evidence to point to God. Every single thing points to God. Even our own behavior points to God. Not because we blame God for our behavior. Of course not. We are rational. He created us rational. We cannot blame God for our irrational behavior. But our own behavior points to God. Because we trust. Because we trust our five senses. When we do bad. When we do good. We trust our five senses. If you are a product of random mutation, there's no way for that to happen. There's no way for that to be precise. That's even more, that's ridiculous for people to believe that, man. If you are a product of random mutation, there's no way for us to trust our five senses. But our own behavior points to God. But people might ask, where's God? Where's God? How come God doesn't show up? Where is God? Pay attention to what I'm going to say, man. This is important. This life was meant to be a test. God, from the get-go, from the beginning, God was living eternally with angels. After 1/3 of the angels rebel against him, he gave them free will. He has to give them free will. Free will is what gives life meaning. You have to always have free will, or you are a robot. After 1/3 of the angels rebel against God, God decides to create again. But this time, before allowing creation to enter in heaven, we must go through the qualification test, the test of arrogance. This is the reason you don't see God. If God show up right now without the judgment, what do you think is going to happen? Everyone's going to believe in him, right? He exists. Everyone is going to believe in him. Will everybody obey him? There's people, we ask atheists if they will ever, if we show them the evidence of God, will they worship the God of Christianity? They say no way. These people are arrogant. This life was meant to filter those people, to get rid of those people.
Prove to your satisfaction that God, the God of the Bible exists, would you worship him?
No.
If you could prove to my satisfaction that God does exist, the God of the Bible exists, would I worship him? No.
Not if it is unworthy of my worship.
I would not. Just because someone created us does not mean we're divinely tied to blindly worship them.
In heaven, in the new earth, we're going to have free will. If in this troubled world, you still obey God, you didn't see God, but you still obey God, you are fit to live in heaven. You're not going to cause problems. That's the reason for this life. This life was meant to be a test. That's why there's bad, there's good, exactly like a test. Everything of this life is like a test. Even Bible's written in a certain way. There is a test. It gives people to doubt Bible. It gives people reason to believe in the Bible. Everything. The first thing God did after creating human beings was to test them. The first thing. This life was meant to be a test. As James 1:12 says, this life was meant to be a test. God wants to get rid of people who use free will to be moral. And we have a bunch of examples of people like that. Atheists, they're never going to obey. Those people are arrogant. They're never going to obey God or follow God. We have homosexuals. People who has no respect for how God designed the human body. That's the reason you don't see God. Because if he shows up, a lot of people is going to believe in him, but many is not going to obey him. And his plan will go to the garbage, which is to create a nation with the free will without causing problems. If you live in this troubled world and you're still a humble person and you're still following God without even seeing him, of course we have all the evidence of God, but you didn't see him, but you still follow him, you are humble enough to do that, you are fit to live in heaven. This life was meant to be a test. Even the space doesn't have to be hostile to humans. Why is hostile? Why everything is so far away? Because God wants everyone right here for judgment. God wants no one away from this planet. He wants everyone right here, not going nowhere. God restricts our knowledge, give us enough reason to know he exists, but create everything as a test, to test us if we are fit to live in heaven. That's the purpose of this life. It was created to be a test, to get rid of arrogant people. People who use their free will to commit sexual immorality. People use their free will to literally deny God. People use their free will to invent theories like evolution. Literally disrespect God. To remove God from his own creation. These people are not fit to live in heaven.